This is a video on how to replace a simple multi-point lock, including how to get the old lock out of your door, trim the new lock to length, and install the new lock in the door. The first thing we're going to do is remove the cylinder, handles, and trim set. The key cylinder slides out easily when the cylinder screw is removed from the edge of the door. Remove the handles by loosening the set screw on one handle and pulling the handles and spindle out. Unscrew the faceplates next, being careful not to scratch them with a screwdriver or drill, and pull them off the door. Now we're going to remove all the screws running up and down the entire length of the door's edge, holding the lock in place. While you can reuse these screws if you want, we suggest replacing them with stainless steel screws. Most older multi-point locks, unless the screws used with them as well, are yellow dichromate, so the screws won't match the new lock, most of which are stainless steel. You can now slip the lock out of the door edge. Depending on the brand and age of your lock, it may come out in one piece or in multiple pieces. Now let's take a look at our new replacement lock. If the main components of a new lock are not yet connected, screw them together, but leave the uppermost top chute bolt extension unattached. We're going to lay both the old lock and the new replacement lock down next to each other. This is the easiest way to determine how much of the new lock needs to be trimmed off to fit in the door. Make sure both locks are in the locked position by using a handle and spindle to engage the locks. Put the new lock on top of the old one, making sure the cylinder and handle holes are lined up. When doing a simple direct lock replacement, the bottom of your new lock should match up with the bottom of the old one. The top is what needs to be trimmed to match the height of the door, so we're going to match it up to the height of the original lock. Align the top of the top chute bolt extension with the top of the original lock. Make sure the top chute bolt is in the locked position. There will be some overlap of the new top extension and the new middle extension. Mark on the top extension where they overlap. Once you've double-checked your markings, clamp the top extension to a flat, sturdy surface. Have a partner hold the back end of the extension and carefully trim off the overlapping part of the extension with a hacksaw. Be careful when trimming the lock. It will be hot during and after trimming. Additionally, the trimmed end will be sharp. Use a file to smooth the rough edge. Slip the new lock into the door, leaving the top chute bolt unattached. Install screws partway in to hold the lock in place. We'll tighten them later. Install the top chute bolt extension, but again, don't tighten the screws. Test the lock using a handle and spindle to make sure it operates correctly. Tighten all the screws up and down the length of the lock. Screw the faceplates back onto the door. Be careful that you don't scratch the finish on them. Reinstall the cylinder. Test that it engages the deadbolt and secure it in place with a screw. Reinstall the handle with the spindle first. Then fit the other handle on top of the spindle and tighten the set screw to hold it in place. Test the deadbolt, handles, and lock with the door open. If you don't test the lock while the door is open, you run the risk of locking yourself in or out if the lock fails to disengage. Many new locks feature mishandling devices, like this one. Remove the sticker and black tab from the mishandling device. Try to engage the locking points. You'll notice that you can't. This device is designed to keep the lock from engaging unless the door is closed. If the lock has a mishandling device, in order to test the lock, you need to push down on the device and then test. Then test with the door closed. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit our website at www.allaboutdoors.com.